Well, we try to orchestrate somewhat of a game-type atmosphere tonight, and really had them all on one sideline. Coaches aren't on the field. We're trying to figure out if young guys know how to line up. Even some old guys didn't line up always correctly. So that's something you got to find out. And I told them this is that when we first got here, it was an evaluation period for a lot of guys, and we want competition. And I think we've added some guys to add competition, and now we got to make some decisions. You know, we're about to play here in 2 weeks. Got only so many practice left, and then from there, going in starting next week, we're going to make some decisions on who we think are the best guys that help us win football games.
So Tuesday is going to be the first time you're going to have the scout team out there?
Yeah, you know, we'll have a scout team, and we'll start actually planning and doing all that kind of stuff. So it'll change for you folks too, as you know. Nothing against you, but that's just the way it works. I'd like to say you can come out here and all that, but you know what? It's just you'll come out here and there'll be a time when you got to leave, and that's just we've always done it that way, and I think it's fair for you, and it's fair for us as a team as well. So that's where we're headed. But I think for the most part, I'm encouraged. We have a lot of young guys that have a chance to help us, and that's a good thing because I told them that when we recruited them. Some guys are JC guys, some guys are high school guys. But football is about listening to your eyes every day you come to work. And you listen to your eyes don't lie. And there's certain guys that just keep flashing. And once they understand the system better, they're going to be better, and we're going to be better for it.
Coach, did you like the tempo of practice more tonight?
I did. We tried to really, you know, some tackling for the first defense. And for the other guys, it was more thud. We just wanted to get more crisp at tackling. And I think that's, you know, the thing about college football is a little bit different than pro football. In pro football, when you go to training camp, you don't tackle. Basically, there's nothing live until you have preseason games. We don't have any preseason games in college football. Maybe that's why they got 120 guys or 110 guys running around. Right? You're supposed to beat those guys up. But I just think there's a way you go about doing it because safety is always my number one concern for players. You know, I'm a former player and never want to put players in harm's way. You want to make sure they taught how to tackle properly before we even get into that tackling. And we've done a lot of that during the spring. We've done a lot of it thus far, so it was good to let them do this tonight, figure out where we're at, and now we got to make some decisions.
And no Nikhil tonight, but you know, in your experience, coach, player, ESPN analyst, what makes him, what attributes of his wide receiver play are just superior?
Well, the thing I love about the guy, he's a competitive young man. You know, I was fortunate enough to have him in the Under Armour game, him and Cabral, and I got him when he was in high school as a senior. And that showed up in the All-Star game with a bunch of five-star guys. You know, he kind of stood out. He likes competing. Had a little bit of a headache tonight, so we kept him out. You know, there's a couple guys we've kind of said, okay, I kind of know who the guys are now. So, okay, treat everyone fair, don't treat everyone the same. That's generally my rule. And so some of the guys didn't practice, and we just held them out. And next week, we'll get all the guys in place that are supposed to practice. Some guys are nicked and bruised, and I said, you don't have to go. They wanted to go. I shut them down. So that's kind of how it works for me.
Did you like what you got out of this Saturday more than, say, last Saturday?
Yeah, because it was more organized. We did a better job of it. I thought when we got them on one sideline, it wasn't so hard getting the special teams in and out. You know, we wanted to kick the ball off and cover and do all those things, have certain situations. So we got a lot of things done because football is about to start. So it's good for the coaches, too, because the coaches needed to stand on the sideline instead of behind the guy, oh, you line up over there, right? You got to stand on the sideline. Coach Likens, if you were wondering where he was, I thought he was you know, only in gesture and in honor. He was up in the tower like Bear Bryant. You know, he was calling the plays from up there. I said, you really want to go up there? Right? He said, okay, he goes up there. So we try to orchestrate everything like that. Next Saturday or next Friday, we're actually going to go in the stadium. And we're going to have a walkthrough, a complete walkthrough, have the coaches go in the booth upstairs with the headphones, the whole 9 yards, have a team on the other side, go through the pregame, everything we do, so we can get the routine of what's going on, because I need to see it too. You know, there's a way you want to operate and orchestrate it. There's a lot of young players here, new staff, how we collect information on the sideline, how we collect information from the booth, what we're looking at. We'll create situations. It'll be a game, but it'll be more of a walkthrough game. So that'll be kind of fun Saturday.
What has Darian Butler done to kind of put himself in better?
Oh boy, I tell you what, he's a very instinctive player. I mean, he really is. And watching him in high school, when I went to go down there and met him, to meet him, and you know, he kind of just got this little way about himself. He kind of shook my hand. I went, wow, I got a grip, right? And the more you watch him on film, very instinctive guy. great instincts inside the box, can read blocking, and he has a punch to him now. I mean, look, you always tell players you want to leverage the tackle. He's already built for leverage. He's not the tallest guy in the world, and you can't see him. You know, really, you can't see the guy, and he's quick. He sees the hole, and he's decisive, and he's a really good tackler. I mean, he's built to be a tackler, and so he's going to help us. There's no doubt. He's going to help us early too. I mean, you guys see it. Offense got him over there playing fullback. You know, so I said, okay, here we go. See what happens.
Could you see a case where all three of those freshman linebackers could be on the field together, or is that too much of a stretch?
Let's see. Never say no. I told you guys when I got here. When I tell you something, it's the truth. I'm not kidding. I mean, I know a lot of people say there's 12 guys that weren't here that are going to help us. They're going to play. Are they starters? I don't know that yet. We'll figure all that. They are going to play football for us. That's the way it works. And I just think your eyes always tell you the truth, and you can't lie to the players. The players have figured out who the good players are. So you better play them.
You had number 32 running a little walk.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah,
he was here a couple years ago. He was a DB. He came back this year. He's a track guy, Paul Lucas. And then he left, and so he comes back. He's a walk-on guy. He was a DB early. 3 days ago, he said, "Coach, I'm really a running back." I said, "Really? Go play running back." Had a nice run today.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody got all jazzed up.
Oh yeah, because the guy just went over there like 2 days ago, you know, so it's amazing. He wanted to go do it. I said, go do it, and he showed up. He can run fast. There's no doubt about that.
Is there any other context you can provide about J.J. Wilson's situation?
Yeah, it's a team-related situation. He's been removed from activities until I decide to bring him back, and that's where it's at.
And Steve Miller, when do you expect him back?
He'll be playing. He'll be practicing Tuesday. Yeah, he's fine. He's just, guys are a little nicked up. A bunch of guys. Cabral, if you watch, he didn't practice. There's a bunch of guys that were out. So it's just, I'm trying to save guys right now because I know going down the stretch, we want to be a fresh team. When you get a certain part of the time in training camp where they're tired of hitting each other, they're tired of competing against each other, they want to start planning. So next week we're going to get into some planning and still work on things, but I think the atmosphere will change a whole lot.
Coach, how are you personally 2 weeks away from it?
I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous. I only get nervous when my wife calls me coach, because then I know I'm in trouble. But other than that, no, I'm excited. I love this game of football. I feel very comfortable with my feet on the grass. I missed it. I missed the coaching part of it. I missed the teaching. I missed being around it, being in the bubble with the guys, every day. And I think they're kind of figuring out who their coach is. I always have the players' best interest in mind. I think I'm earning their trust. When I say things, they listen to what I say. They don't just hear me; they're listening, and that's a good thing. You're starting to reach out to them and talk to them about things, and they understand. So. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every day. Get here every day. Sun's not up. When I leave, generally the sun's going down. So there's no hours when you're coaching. It's just you come in, and when you enjoy what you do, you don't worry about the hours. You just enjoy the time that you're in the building around the players and the coaches.
You mentioned the preseason games. Is it different not getting suited up and having preseason?
It's a little different.
Yeah. In the sense, and I was talking to Kevin, we were just sitting back there, me and Mawai, laughing. We're going, "You would never do this." I said, "I know." And it's just, that's the way it is. You got 4 preseason games, and you plan it out accordingly. How many reps are your starters getting? Classic was Curtis Martin. You guys know him. He's in the Hall of Fame. He was my running back. He got 2 plays in the preseason. Total, 2. One was a run when we got it inside the red zone, and I told him to score. And the next one was always a pass to the flat and said, "Run out of bounds." That was it. And he played because they get in shape. Veteran guys know they play football, and they know how to get in shape. And there's certain guys you just protect. You don't put them out there. And Curtis got 2 carries. That's it. The whole preseason. For as long as I was there, he looked at me. He says, "How many I get this year?" 2. Never changed. The same 2 plays: dive, pass to the flat, catch it, run out of bounds. Done. It's different. I understand it, and we've done it. We've done some things now to help these guys, and now we got to keep improving. We have to. Football is about improvement. I think in college football, you find out a lot about yourself after the second game. That's my view of it when I've watched it. I think after the second week, you kind of got a feeling who you are. You kind of feel the players who they are, and you build from there. So we got a nice schedule of some good football teams. We're excited about it. And so now we start to work on planning on how we're going to start trying to win some football games.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Thank you guys.